Hey there, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. I'm going to do a shorter update today, just the big things that seem to be happening around the orchids and other plants. I got a new plant in earlier this week. It's a Nepenthes eustachya. I got this one because the pictures are like hot pink with pink stripes, and then it has a really interesting bright um, peristome, the collar that goes around the opening there. And right now I'm doing what's called bag acclimating, which is where you pot the plant up out of shipping and then put it in a bag and just leave a little bit of the bag open at the top so that the humidity around the plant stays high. In spite of that, it is losing its pictures. That one definitely, and then the wider one, I can start to see a little bit of browning on the lid, so it'll probably lose both of those. The base of the plant, there is some browning along the base of the leaves there, so I'm really watching that newest leaf that's pushing out for growth, and I'm hoping that it's not gonna rot or something awful. This plant was supposed to be delivered only a couple days after shipping it. It shipped on Monday or Tuesday, and I was supposed to get it by the following Wednesday or Thursday. And I put the wrong address. I got the numbers wrong on the address. I put my work address, which I thought I knew, and I didn't. So it ended up being in the box for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 more days than it was supposed to. So I'm hoping that that did not end up ending this plant's life prematurely, but we will see. I hope not. Um, oh, another one of my little carnivorous plants. This is Pinguicula Snow Angel. Snow Angel has a cute little flower that just bloomed this week. And from what I can tell, these last quite a while. I dropped some insect parts on a couple of the little Pinguiculas to try to feed them a little bit. And a big event in the carnivorous plant community is happening next weekend. Jeremiah Harris down in Colorado Springs is having his annual open house. I think it's his third one, and I intend to be there. I've RSVP'd, and I've been thinking this is like the Met Gala of carnivorous plant events, so it'll be interesting. There'll be some characters there for sure, some big names in the carnivorous plant scene, so it's going to be exciting to see Jeremiah's world-class collection. I've learned a lot about Nepenthes since the last time I went down there several years ago, and I've definitely got some questions and interested to see if he's got this. I'm sure he's got the same plants that I've got, and just see how he's growing them. Let's look at some orchids. So our catasetum types have really stepped it up this week. This is my Mormodia Jumbo World. As you can see, a little spike has poked there out on the side. And hopefully there will be some more to come. Next to it we have Cycnoches and The spike has made itself present this week. And then we've got Cycnoches Bronze Vixen with looks like 8, maybe 9 buds. Still 2 or 3 weeks away from opening up. And then this guy, this is a Rebecca Northern, and it has got a little spike pushing at the base of it too. Kind of dug around yesterday looking for spikes, and yep, there was one. Cycnoches Fire Embers bloomed for us at the beginning of September, and it looks like it's got new spikes trying to push out. I will be really amazed if these actually go out and bloom, but I'm impressed anyway that it's just trying to do that. This hybrid, which is still, in my opinion, still kind of in growth mode. None of the leaves are turning yellow. It still has some very promising looking bumps at the base of its bulbs there. See if I can point like right here. These little kind of lighter colored bumps, which I'm hoping they're going to push out and be spikes. That'll be interesting to see. But yeah, speaking of that, almost all of my Cataseidinae are showing fall color. So yellowing leaves, dropping lower leaves. You can see this. This is Rebecca Northern Mikabe. It's lower leaves turning yellow. So it is definitely that time of year for them. And it was interesting watching the interview that Stephen Van Campen Lewis did recently with Fred Clark, because Fred said that keeping humidity up during the winter when these guys are dormant is important, and I never really even knew that. But growing here in the tent, you know, the humidity is high all winter. I didn't know that was important, but apparently that does have a big effect on how they overwinter and how they survive. So something to keep in mind. This is the new Cycnoches cooperi I got from SVO a few weeks ago, and it's got 2 spikes pushing. I don't expect either one of them to really bloom out, but it might. That would be really cool. Can't wait to see what the flowers look like on that. And then this new hybrid Cycnoches also has got a spike on the side. Again, it's moving kind of slow. I think it might stall and not end up growing out, but you never know. We're going to give them a chance. So lots of spikes on the way for autumn and winter. Also this little guy, I think I ignored him last week. This is my Dendrochilum, now Coleogyne tenella, and it bloomed for us last winter. If you look, you can see little spikes pushing off of all the new growths. Let's see if I can point to one, like right there. Those little, look like little spurs coming off. Those are all spikes, and all the new growths have them. This is just a cool plant, you know. It doesn't look like what you would think about when you think of an orchid, but sure enough, when it does bloom out, you see all those little orchid flowers, and they are unmistakable. My little Vanda falcata back here is just kind of chilling. Wintertime, they need a little bit drier conditions, and I wish I could give it cooler conditions. Like, I've actually debated on putting it next to the window just to get it really cool in the winter, because this year it bloomed really early. It bloomed like in April, May, and it's not supposed to bloom until July, but I just think the winter was too warm for it. I don't know how important that is, but I feel like it's good to give them a little rest in the winter if they're used to it. And then lots of Cattleya growth. We looked at these last week. Yeah. All right, let's go have an update on the Phalaenopsis that I'm rescuing for a coworker. So last week I told you that this Phalaenopsis Surf Song was brought to me by a coworker. Very floppy leaves, very leggy. The whole bottom half of the plant looked bad. So I actually chopped the plant in half. The bottom part is potted here. The top part, I let the cut part dry out for a couple days before I watered it and in the new medium, and it looks good. The leaf is now a little bit more turgid. You can see it's got some resistance to it. It's perking up. This one too looks a little bit better. So those 2 leaves look good. There are roots, not only just these that are sticking out, but there were some others that are kind of deeper down in there. I am using my Fertilome fertilizer plus root hormone. It's a they recommend like 3 tablespoons per gallon. I use 1 teaspoon per gallon. Just very, very light. Those rooting hormones are strong. but tried to just get it to push some new roots, especially the old part. And we will see. We will see. I just, as long as the leaves start to firm up a little bit, then I think we're on the right track. And then the only other concern is that the part that was cut, this one I'm not too worried about, but the part that was cut that's underneath in the soil, in the medium now, I worry about that rotting or getting infected or something. So, but that's why I let it dry out before I watered. So we'll see. Next to it, we just got my Phalaenopsis here, looking good. And that's it. Alright, so like I said, just a quick update this week on a few important things. Hope your plants are growing well. And we will see you next time right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green. See ya.